UK streamer is genuinely a different breed. Hello, you gorgeous donuts. Today we're going to be talking about the biggest streamer in the UK at the moment, Ed Matthews. Now, for people that don't know who this guy is, I believe he started on TikTok making videos with another TikToker called HS TikToky. They do content based around fitness, and I think they sold like training plans and all of that kind of jazz. Would I use that word? I just did. And they both got a reputation for doing outrageous content and just being wild in general. I believe Ed's actually appeared on Misfits boxing a couple of times, so that kind of shows the character we're dealing with here. The guy's off his nut. For people who've never seen this guy before, I just want to show you some of his most viral clips so you get like a first impression of him before later on in this video we show some of the wild things that he's been up to, how he's got beef with Angry Ginger and Mini Minter, and how not even the police have been able to stop this man doing his antics on stream. Let's get into it. No, that's sick, to be fair. That's actually mint. What? Like, can I hire him for me wedding when I have it? I want this man behind the camera. Did you see how sick that was? Surely this has got to be his mom or something. Like, you know, in the middle of the night, someone just comes up to you in a tracksuit and asks to, you know, film a sick edit of your car. You're probably just gonna say, nah, you're alright, mate, actually. I'm alright, I'm just waiting for a mate, actually. I'm okay. I want to know why he had to do, like, a 360 on the lamppost. It's almost like back in the day when you played Call of Duty and you'd just do, like, 360 no-scopes. That was the rule. I rate his ability tremendously.
If you're listening to drill all week, yeah, going, oh, I'm gonna chef man down, it's gonna be bad for your head.
Alright, I'll have to just, I've just got to wipe Digger D off my playlist and Band OK. That's enough of that. I've got 3 bodies on my record this week, guys. I'll probably, you know, quit while I'm ahead.
It's like if you're listening to rich French music, you're gonna feel rich and powerful.
That is true, to be fair. Honestly, that's actually so true. It's manifestation. When I listen to rich French music, I'll be sitting in a restaurant just ordering snails and saying wee wee. It's all about what's up here.
Bird yapping in your ear 24/7. You're gonna turn into a fucking bitch. Or if you're around masculine men, you're gonna turn into a more masculine geezer. It's like it's everything's brainwashed.
Well, it's who you surround yourself with.
Your media, what you watch on TV, what you watch at night, it's all brainwashing your brain.
Yeah, so true. Honestly, if you're just around loads of fit blokes, you're gonna want to be in them. That's how it works, right? That's how we all feel. Also, what is rich French music? Just quickly, I need to just search this. Okay, so this is rich French music right here. God, I've never wanted to say je joué au fuck avec ma copain so much right now. I'm feeling rich and French, baby.
Let me have a go on their back. Hey, yo, brother, what are you saying? Can I have a go on your board? Alright, this is my first time on a board, yeah? Do you reckon going down there is a bit much for my first time? I should try it. Are you trying to get me to break my neck? Let's see you do it first then, girl. Alright, you go down there first.
Sure.
Oh, you're a pro. You'll do it. No, you won't. How old are you? 7. Oi, what? Nah, if a 7-year-old can do it, mate, I can do it. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how this works, Ed.
You reckon that there's a chance I'll break my neck? Yeah. Definitely. Alright, so I've just nicked my man's board.
This is gonna end terribly.
Don't lean back. Oh!
Like, this TikTok was 1 minute and 23 seconds. I knew from the first second that this was going to be the outcome here. Look at him. He's absolutely gone. Looks like a caterpillar trying to climb out a womb. What? You know, into a butterfly, but he hasn't kind of reached that. He's kind of got stuck halfway. That's what he looks like right now.
You got fat bunda? No. I can see it without even seeing it. She's got a nice bunda. Might have to go sniff the chair after this.
Okay. Like, sniff the chair? Is this what people are doing these days when they fancy someone? Is this like a new kind of form of riz? Why am I getting like 5... Stop having a f***ing voice break, man. For 1 second. I can't imagine doing this on a first date, you know? Like, you have a great date, they leave, you know, you're just going to pay the bill or whatever, and you go, well, while I'm here... Is that a test that people are doing? Do you need to pass the chair sniff test? Very odd way to flirt. Every single time I see this guy, his eyes are like... I've never seen someone with eyes so wide open. He just looks like he's ready for battle at any moment. I can't imagine when this guy wakes up on a morning that he has to, like, you know, lay around in bed for 10 minutes. I imagine he's just like... come on, like ready for the day.
Does anyone else give old people that little smile when walking past them just so they know you're one of the good ones?
Yeah, I've seen this clip before. Yeah, I do that every single time, and that's how I get all of the old people's numbers. They like me at the bingo. They do, actually. I always remember this one clip of him where his girlfriend, for some reason, was shaving her head. I'm unsure the reason behind that, but she seemed pretty upset that she was doing this. And then Ed actually decided to shave his head so she would feel more comfortable, I believe.
Why are you getting so mad?
Because look how ugly I am, bro.
You ain't ugly, babe. You got a pretty face. You sure? Oh, it's too late now, isn't it? I'll do it as well, babe. No.
I mean, that's true love right there. Genuinely, right? They said Posh and Bex was a power couple. People, show them this. Right, I've got something different to offer. You can see like these two look like they're definitely in love at this point. Later on in this video, we're going to show how possibly this has all changed and just gone really toxic, but we're going to get onto that. Now, as of recently now, Ed Matthews has made a name for himself. He's decided to kind of go full-time into streaming, I believe. And this comes at an interesting time within the UK streaming industry, because recently Mini Minter from the Sidemen was talking about how there's no real like big streamers in the UK.
It's just not, the UK isn't for streaming. Like, you can stream and it's like sick, but if you were to do that every day, like in America, it's just.
Do you reckon no one makes it doing like IRL streaming in the UK?
Not solely.
Really?
Like Ginge, for example, streams a lot at his house,
yeah,
and does the occasional one. I think that works perfectly.
Now, I do find this overall topic very interesting, obviously because I'm within the industry, not the streaming industry, but it is interesting how America has so many IRL streamers, which is basically where people just go outside and just like document their day, kind of like live vlogging for people that have never seen this content before. And I honestly believe the reason why there's not as many IRL streamers in the UK is because within UK culture, we're a lot more shamed and a lot more, like, Americans are a lot more out there and a lot more just kind of like being who they want to be. In the UK, if you're loud or, you know, you do stuff in public, people tend to look and like, you know, give you like a dirty look or whatever. It's just not really within the culture of people here. I don't necessarily think that Mini Minter and the other people on that podcast were, you know, saying this in a negative way. I think it's like a fair observation to make. Like, you know, there's not many people that get the same numbers as American streamers doing IRL streaming in the UK. That's just a fact. However, because Ed Matthews is an IRL streamer in the UK, I believe that he just didn't like the fact that Mini Minter, and apparently Angry Ginge said this as well, so he responded to the both of them.
It's the Angry Ginge, Simon, Mini Minter going, no one streams in the UK IRL. They ain't seen nothing yet, bruv. I've been holding IRL streams down on Kick, bruv. Them man are on Twitch, yeah, they don't see the Kick side, bruv. I'd say me and HS are the biggest IRL streamers from the UK. Who else streams IRL from the UK?
Now, clearly, he just didn't like the fact that they've said that because they, you know, in his eyes, I guess these other creators have kind of dismissed what he's doing, and he seems to be streaming quite a bit, so he just seems a little bit angry about that. And I can understand this from his viewpoint, especially, you know, if you're plugging away and then these people who are like, you know, bigger than you are kind of just, you know, acting like you don't exist. But again, I don't think they were doing it in like a negative way. I just feel like they were making a fair comment that it's not as big. However, Angry Ginge actually replied to this TikTok in the comments, just like laughing. So clearly he didn't take this opinion that seriously. Now obviously this just isn't that deep. However, Ed Matthews clearly didn't like the fact that Angry Ginge had commented on this TikTok because he replied to the comment.
I'm not gonna start. We have man laughing at the come up right now, yeah? They're getting a little bit shaky at the come up, considering our video is outperforming theirs. Alright, we'll see who's laughing in a year. We'll see who's laughing in 2 months, cuz.
And I think that this is the perfect representation of why, like, content creation and especially streaming is a lot different in the UK. Because I feel like in America, or what it seems like from an outside perspective, is they're not, like, competing with each other. Like, yes, they're competing, but they collaborate a lot more. You know, like, I think, like, people like Speed will be in other people's streams. Like, they'll all kind of grow together. Whereas, like, you can see in the UK here, I guess if these are two of the biggest streamers, they're pitting themselves against each other. other. Or at least from Ed's side, he's, you know, trying to compete with Angry Ginge. And there's just like, it's just totally different. They're not trying to help each other. They're trying to just, you know, win themselves, which is fair. But it just shows the clear difference between the UK and the USA in a lot of occasions, specifically in the streaming industry. And since this moment, Ed Matthews has been saying that he is going to become the biggest streamer in the UK, which is a huge statement because I believe currently is it Angry Ginge gets the biggest numbers. I don't know too much about the streaming world, but he seems absolutely huge over there. Over there, as if it's just across the street. I don't know the exact numbers when it comes to this, is what I'm trying to say.
Especially man like Angry Ginge, bruv, stressing. I didn't think he was that type of guy to be commenting like low-key hate. Mate, all I said was, like, I heard Ginge and Simon say there's no IRL streamers in the UK. Alright, I ain't been consistent on the streams, but me and HS started the IRL going to Marbella 2021. You get me? So, yeah, I just didn't think there was any need for the hate, like, especially considering my YouTube videos on the come up, bruv. Like, my whole is just on the rise.
If he's just talking about this comment, just looking at it objectively, I don't actually think this is hate. He's just laughing. Unless he said something that I haven't seen, this just seems kind of, you know, not that deep in my opinion.
27k man in here, bruv. Hey, you man, 27,000 of kick right now. A man said, no IRL streamers in the UK. We're taking over game cuts. Taken over.
Every single time I see this guy, I'm like, is that actually how he speaks? Like, says cuz and all that. And if it is, that's interesting. You know, that's cool, right? I wish I had a cool accent like that. Like, I don't say shit like that. If I started calling people cuz in like a Geordie accent, like, honestly, I feel like I get stoned up here. And since this beef took place, apparently Ed Matthews actually has surpassed Angry Ginge. This is what people are saying. I have no idea if this is right, but according to him, he's the biggest streamer in the UK right now. And I believe this is because his live streams are just getting clipped up on TikTok and getting like millions upon millions of views. Like, every single time I open TikTok, there's at least one video of this guy when I'm scrolling. Now, later in this video, we're going to talk about how he has gotten so big that even Louis Theroux is making a documentary about him, which just is absolutely, like, I can't even believe that's even a thing. Like, Louis Theroux. We'll get onto that later, though. Now, another huge thing that seems to have happened since Ed has, you know, spiraled on this huge ascent of fame is he has split up with his girlfriend, who was the girlfriend that he shaved his head for. I believe they were together for quite a while. And he's recently linked up back with his old friend HS Tiki Toki, who we have covered on this channel. And their conversations, like, when they're together, are just so wild. Like, look at this.
We used to say, no one's as close as us.
Nobody. Nobody. No one.
I was gonna go to prison for you.
Yeah, back in the day.
In the day, bro. It was me who, like, I was lusting, mate.
This is such a 4 AM afters chat. Honestly, man, remember that when I was gonna go to prison for you? Remember when you actually nicked the chomp bar from the one-stop shop, but I like took the blame for it. Oh God, yeah, remember that?
In the day, bro, it was me who, like, I was lusting, mate. I fell in love. In the day, bro.
And I understand, birds do get in the way. I've had a couple birds that have sidetracked me, but Matty falls deep, I'll be honest. Bro, we're back.
Nothing's ever changed between us, man.
I've had a couple of birds that have sidetracked me. Jesus. You're acting as if, like, you know, having a relationship is, you know, just gets in the way. You can't reach your goals whilst, you know, being in a relationship and being happy, you know. They're not just, like, total opposite things. They can go together. And a lot of the time, you know, having a partner, whether, you know, whoever your partner is, can actually help a lot because, you know, the stresses of, you know, having to manage a business or managing whatever your goals are in life, they're there to, you know, be like a shoulder to kind of lean on, you know, like emotional support, or, you know, just kind of to be able to take your mind out of all of your stresses and just spend time with your partner. I know that's seen as like a bad thing when you're trying to reach your goals, but I think it's actually a really good thing.
Obviously, always think that, yeah. But at the end of the day, bro,
Nothing, bro. It's nothing. Brother right here, yeah.
I can tell that this guy HS on the right definitely, you know, when Ed Matthews was going to him with his issues within his relationship, possibly, you know, kind of just confiding in him. He was like, yeah, get rid, mate. What? She doesn't put the toilet seat back up after she's had a piss? Yeah, get rid. Not putting you first, mate. No, putting you first. Now, moving on, I do want to take a look at some of the clips from his streams that have been happening recently that has made him become the biggest streamer in the UK. Because genuinely, whenever he comes on my For You page, I am like, how the hell has he got into this situation? So let's take a look at a couple of them. So the most common scenario I see Ed within his live streams is when he's just riding around in his Astragini. Now, people who are into cars might be thinking, Cam, that's literally not a car. However, this guy has like modified his Vauxhall Astra to look like a Lamborghini. I have no idea how he's done this. It's like Pimp My Rider's back. You know, if you kind of just take a step back and don't look at it, you know, like really close, you can't tell the difference between this and a Lamborghini Huracan, if I'm being honest right now. At least this one's like a one-of-one piece. You know that nobody else is gonna have this car. This guy is like a custom character you would make in GTA. This guy is playing like GTA RP in real life right now. It's pretty crazy. I also love the way that he wears his hat. It reminds me of like Twist and Pulse that was on Britain's Got Talent. I used to find them really cool, so it's not even a diss. And because his car just doesn't look really road legal, he often gets pulled over by the police.
You right?
Yeah, mate, I'm just nervous.
No need to be. We're just chatting.
There's no need to be nervous.
Don't search the boot, mate.
Like, this is the actual police here. The thing is, like, his normal personality is like what everyone else is like after they've, you know, I guess took like a huge line of a substance. That's his base level. So automatically when you pull him over and you speak to him, you're going to be like, yeah, this guy is definitely going to fail a breathalyzer. He's like a Tamagotchi game where you just can't turn it off and it's just going full pelt the entire time. Even you take the batteries out and it still won't turn off.
There you go, sweetheart. Drop me a message, yeah?
I will.
Alright, girl.
Have a good night.
See you
Stay
later.
safe.
Alright.
Quick one.
Cool. See that dog? What did you think of the Riz, mate? What did you think of the Riz? No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
My colleague's just going to explain quickly.
Basically, I can't smell the alcohol coming from you. Your eyes don't look glazed. You look like you're in full control of what's going on. It's going to take a while for a breath to
After that Riz, you just thought, nah, there's no way he's drunk.
What is this world that we live in right now? Like, genuinely, like, we just live in such a strange world. Like, imagine saying all of this kind of thing would just happen like 20 years ago. You'd be like, mate, you're taking the biscuit here, like. How has he just, like, stopped the police from speaking to him whilst he just talks to a girl and gets a girl's number? Does this guy own the streets? Is everyone in this guy's pocket? The guy's like Tony Soprano.
I'm believing that you've been involved in social behaviour.
What's the reasonable grounds for that?
So under Section 50 of the police format, I'm going to require you to provide me with my name, with your name and address, okay?
Ask who's reasonable grounds. You have to ask.
That's
You
fine.
ignore me.
So I've got
reason?
a reasonable belief that you've been involved in antisocial behaviour.
Based upon what?
Which is any behaviour that's likely to cause a person harassment, alarm or distress.
Based
So
upon
under
what?
Section 50 of the police format, I'm going to require you to
Based on
provide me
what?
with your name and address.
Based on what?
Pardon?
Based on what?
I've got a belief that you've been involved in antisocial
But
behaviour.
what if I can show you that I haven't?
I've got a belief that you've been
Yeah,
involved
we're
in
live
antisocial
streaming,
behaviour.
mate.
We
So
have
your
everything
beliefs
on
don't mean
footage.
That's
much.
fine. My beliefs do mean
You weren't
everything.
even here.
For the purposes of what I've been reporting and what I've seen, I've got to believe you've
So
been
what
involved
did
in
he
antisocial
report then?
behaviour.
Because I've gone over there and I've said to him, are you alright? Because this girl's passed out on the sofa, on the chair,
Might be the case.
and I've said,
Are the police, like, are they trying to take this guy down, or is this guy actually need locked up? I don't know whose team I'm on here. I'm really struggling to pick a side here. Why does he constantly get, you know, pulled over by the police? That's the first red flag. Like, every single video I see from this guy, it's him trying to talk himself out of going into a cell. It is also a little bit wild that he's just, you know, going off a belief. Like, he's not actually telling him why he possibly could, you know, get put in handcuffs here. He's just like, oh, I just kind of believe that you're just not that good of a guy. Something about the car, the way you wear your hat, the way you keep saying cuz. I'm not sure about you, mate. Now, when Ed isn't just, you know, getting pulled over by the police and driving around in his car, he often interacts with the public in his streams. And these interactions never seem to end well.
that white chocolate?
Wow. That's embarrassing. Imagine when you're crying.
What's embarrassing? Having a head like a tennis ball.
That's that's not fair, is it? Especially with Wimbledon going on and everything. Come on, have a little bit of empathy. During his interactions with the public, he often has like loads of passive-aggressive conversations with drunk men.
It's in the Astragini there.
Yeah, I feel like you're a bit of a waste man if you think I'm disrespecting it.
You think I'm a waste man?
Astragini goes off.
Alright.
What? It goes off.
You're wild, cuz, innit?
Are you live on TikTok?
Yeah, kid.
Why does he... Is that his actual accent? Do people actually speak like this? That's wild. To be fair, he probably thinks the same thing about me.
Astragini, absolute problem, bruv.
Come on, bro.
Absolute problem.
Make sure your girl ain't around, bro. Near the Astragini.
Are you joking? What? I don't need none of that, bruv. I don't need none of that. This guy's got some fucking Vextra water.
Hey, you man,
Some Vextra
get over
water.
to Kick right now. Link in my bio. We're live and direct, about to shut down London. Sweet, bro.
You can't shut down shit, brother.
Don't put your hands on a car you can't afford, yeah?
Ed, mate, he's funny.
This is the most, like, passive-aggressive conversation ever. The drunk guy leaning on the car is calling, you know, his car And Ed is constantly like, well, don't touch it if you can't afford it. I'm going to steal your lass as well while I'm at it. Don't know why that came into the equation. These two people clearly don't like each other. Why are they speaking?
Sweet, bro.
Oi!
I feel like this guy is just like, he should be living in Gotham, you know, like the Batman universe. Like, he should be like just an evil henchman in that universe. Like, he just fits it so well. He just goes around trying to make people's lives a little bit more miserable than before they met him. One thing that comes with live streaming is obviously because you're kind of streaming your entire life, people know so much about you. There's nothing that's really left off camera. So everyone knows that he's split up with his girlfriend. And sometimes people like come up to him and like disrespect his ex-girlfriend to his face. And to his credit, he actually defends her quite a few times.
Elsa, by the way. Elsa. Oi, shut the phone. No, don't say that, innit? Don't fucking say that. I know, innit, but just don't say that, innit?
And this makes, like, when I see clips like this, it shows, like, positive aspects of this guy's personality, because, you know, a lot of the clips you see, you know, clips that you'd go, I don't know if I want to be his mate, you know? And it is interesting because a lot of clips you see from Ed Matthews and that HS, the way that they, like, talk about women in general is just not very nice, so it is nice to actually see him, you know, talk positively about, you know, an ex-girlfriend. I know I'm like kind of talking about bare minimum here, but this is kind of what we deal with.
She ain't bald. She's not. She's not bald.
Wait, she's bald.
She's not.
At the top, no.
She ain't bald, darling. Alright? Why are you chatting shit? She ain't bald, mate.
Why is like a lass would you walk up to him and go, haha, your ex-girlfriend is bald? That's the weirdest way to try and one-up someone. Like, what? Why would you? I don't understand what you were trying to get out of that. You're not even hurting his feelings. You're just hurting it. She's catching strays for no reason. The one thing I do worry about with the growth of IRL streaming is how it can be used for like negative stuff. I don't want to dive too much into this, but obviously at the moment, like, there's a lot of talk about immigration within the UK, and a lot of migrants who are coming to the UK are getting put up in certain hotels, and some people aren't happy with this. Like, there's been quite a lot of protests up and down the country. Now, when it comes to IRL streaming's involvement in this, like, Ed Matthews has been taking his stream to these protests and kind of, you know, I don't even want to say documenting it, but kind of trying to rile people up to get like a reaction from people on camera to fuel his content, really.
I want the streets unsafe, mate. Just people kicking off for the live stream, mate. Just no need for it. This is what they want. They want people fucking arguing. They want the masses. They want all of us arguing. We should all be working together.
Take away whatever you believe in this situation, okay? Like, if this guy actually was on the side of wanting to protest against this, he would just go. Like, I don't believe he would take your stream. Like, he could say that he's taking the stream to get more eyeballs on what he believes, but in reality, I don't feel like that is the main thing here, because in my opinion, it just makes everything a lot more intense, and it no longer turns into a peaceful protest. As, you know, if a stream is there, people are just going to act out even more. Like, that's just what's going to happen. Unfortunately, some people see a camera and they start trying to, you know, act the big one and just trying to get like some clips and all of that kind of jazz. Why do I keep saying all that jazz? Why has that entered me vocabulary? I'm not happy about that. But you get what I'm trying to say, right? Like, this can only really be, you know, a negative thing to stir the pot. And this was proven to be true because I've seen so many clips, which I can't show on YouTube. If I'm kind of getting pressed, basically means like people starting on him for having the camera there.
Mate, I'm not going to spark the geezer, mate. Bear in mind, bro, I've got to be careful in the UK right now. I'm on probation, bro. I'm on a suspended sentence. Mate, I'm on a suspended sentence, bro.
You know, normally when people are on probation, you know, they've got something just kind of riding over their head, they just take it easy, you know, just make themselves a cuppa, kind of chill out while their probation period's kind of finished. He just more in a week on probation than I do in about 10 years. If this is him on probation, I want to see what he's like off it, genuinely. And this makes me think, like, does he kind of follow the same content structure as a lot of other streamers and TikTokers do, where they basically think all publicity is good publicity, so they might actually do things they know is wrong just so people start talking about them, which obviously is not a good thing. But he has got so big with HS TikTok at the minute doing these IRL streams that, like I said earlier in this video, even Louis Theroux is now doing a documentary on them. Like, this is absolutely wild. Like, genuinely, I've seen they've been acting like this is a really cool thing, and it is a cool thing that you get to meet Louis Theroux. Like, that I would love to meet Louis Theroux. I don't know what I'd say to him. It'd just be kind of cool to just see him in real life, I guess. But whenever Louis Theroux does a documentary on someone, it's never never highlighted how great they are as a person. I don't think, at least I haven't seen one. I'm trying to think on the top of my head now. He's done videos, documentaries on Jimmy Savile, the leader of the you know, he normally kind of it does stuff on themes that are bad. Not all the time. Sometimes he just covers industries in general, like, you know, the work industry and that kind of thing, and just covers just things in general. But if he's purposely covering these two by themselves, probably isn't a great thing. Probably a little bit of a hit piece.
Who would have thought? Head on Netflix, mate. That is crazy. It just feels like a bit of a blur yesterday. Felt a bit out of it, I can't lie. Yeah, it's done. See how they edit it, manipulate it, we'll see. Have you checked over the footage from yesterday?
It's not a lot.
Did you check the Jew part?
No, I've not checked that bit yet. I need to check that.
Right. Let's hopefully they try and cancel Ed Matty. Hopefully it ain't a hit piece, because I actually, when I was looking into his eyes, I was thinking, yeah, you're up to something, mate. I could see it in his eyes. I think he's just trying to pick his moments for the narrative. In his head, he already has what sort of narrative he's trying to play on this. And he's trying to direct it in his own head by just being nice and click farming a bit.
The documentary hasn't even dropped yet, and he's already, like, straight up so defensive. Like, this tells me it probably doesn't bode well what's going to come in this documentary. Because already he's like, yeah, like, the manipulate stuff, like, there's already a storyline. Like, we haven't even seen it yet. We haven't even been able to, like, have our own opinions. So this kind of tells me not going to be the best. If you do want me to break this down on my main channel, or even on this channel, when it does drop, let me know, because I feel like it will be really interesting, especially with Louis Theroux making it. Like, you know, he's one of my favorite people to watch TV shows from. He's absolutely great at what he does. Let me know. 4,000 likes on this video, and thank you very much for watching this video, Donuts. If you want to watch another video from me reacting to another wild UK influencer, click this video right here, because the person in this video genuinely will blow your mind.
Kirkham, baby.